What is going on, guys? Ryan here with another episode of the Dent Digest live show, episode number 50. We made it to 50. I can't believe it. Can't believe you poor bastards have been listening to me for 50 episodes. Shame on you. Shame on you. So I got a unique guest here. I'm sure you guys have seen all over Facebook and Instagram. Just love his personality, love just the crazy shit that he does and the inspiration he is. But last week's show was pretty epic. We had a lot of guests on. It was a lot of fun. It was a little long, it was a little long for me, but it was a lot of good information. A lot of guys reached out and wanted to get involved in ideas of stuff that they can do to try to help this situation. And I challenge every single person right now in this dent community, and I'm going to say it again at the end of this show. I challenge every single person in this dent community to go out there and support their nurses and their doctors. And all you have to do, if you have $50, the unknown is right now. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how money's going to be. I challenge you to go out, spend $50 on pizzas or subs, and give them to your hospitals. These nurses and doctors are giving everything out there. And I'm a little more passionate because my wife is in the medical field and my sister-in-law is a nurse and she is in the hospitals seeing it every single day. And this stuff is real. So I challenge you guys to go out there, buy some lunches for these guys because they're really putting everything on the line to try to help us out. And I want to get my guest on here, Mr. Jay Gearhart. Get him on here. You're used to that. You're used to the crowd, What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, just trying to be like you, dude. That's all.
So am I. I'm just
trying to be like you. Trying to be like this guy. I mean, look at this guy. So, I'm glad you were like, we talked a while. We actually talked before the Corona MTE about doing this, and we just never made it happen. And then you surprised me at MTE. You weren't supposed to come. Yeah. And I was like, man, we got to get you on. And we've just been back and forth and just saying, hey, let's do this. Let's try to get you on here. So I did, and I'm going to do this live on this show. There is a dent group that is the PDR quarantine chug group, and I got challenged by Melissa Cruz from Dent Effects to chug a beer. So I'm going to chug a beer live. Let me get this thing open.
I will open one with you, but I'm not going to chug it because I am limited supply on beer right now. So
you believe he's got very limited beer. He's going to take sip for sip. So here's my beer.
That's right. Chug, 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 chug. I expect you to crush that on your head now.
I already spilled it down the front of me live. So anyway, let me let my eyes on water. I challenge, and I'll have to post this in the group, on this Chug-a-Lug group PDR community, Shane Griffin from Kiwi Dent Tools, the Dent Devils from New Zealand, Craig Dyer from Anson PDR, and Jay Gearhart, even though he's not in the group, but he's going to be.
I am going to be.
So
I can also decline when someone invites me to a group. So
very true.
I'm just joking.
But now you're live.
Do that to you.
Come
I
on.
wouldn't do that to you. Come on.
So, what's going on with you? You've kind of backed off a little bit from PDR, and I don't know if you guys don't know. Excuse me. Jay is a superstar now. He's a superstar. So what's going on in your life? I know a lot of these guys.
Oh, man. A whole lot of good stuff, man. Just continuing to chase my my biggest passion, which is music, and hooked up with a really good group of musicians, and just released our first EP with you know, with me fronting the band and all that stuff, and I mean, we've gotten a great response. It's tough and it's kind of weird coming into a band that's already got a pretty strong following.
And you auditioned for that band, right?
No,
That
I
was your band
auditioned.
from original.
There was a band before that I had auditioned for, and it just wasn't a good fit.
Yeah.
Kind of both sides agreed that it just, you know, um, and so I actually hit up a Michigan producer that I know. He's Grammy nominated producer, awesome dude. Was produced I Prevail's albums. I know a lot of the people out there listen to I Prevail and stuff. Well, I hit him up because I had done some work with him before and asked if he knew any bands looking for a singer, and he told me to hit these guys up, and so I sent them a message, and they saw one of my cover song videos I posted. I think it was the Chris Cornell "I Am the Highway" video that I posted up. I posted it like the night before.
Hold on, Jay. Everybody's saying you're really, really low, so try to speak up or get louder.
If I bump up like
Look at that.
Is that better?
That's so much
Is
better.
that better? Can you guys hear me better now?
The professional singer over here.
Let me adjust my mic. Check 1 2.
There we go. Now we're getting real.
Out there. So yeah, I mean, it just worked out. I went out there, and it wasn't even like an audition. They were just like, "You want to come out and jam?" And I was like, "Sure." I was actually working in Pennsylvania last year. The storms that went through there. And
There were some bad storms too.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know.
And yeah, it just worked out. So while I was there, I was talking with the band and letting them know, you know, hey, when I'm back in town, I'll come out and jam. And so I was just listening to a few songs of theirs on repeat, learning the lyrics, and went out there. We rocked out, and it was just it just clicked, man. It was like we had all been jamming forever. So
that's cool. That's cool.
Pumped to have it out.
It was MT Vegas. I saw you, and you're like, man, it's been a roller coaster, but big things are coming. You know, it's for me, it's nice because I've been watching your crazy ass for years. So, you know, some of the stuff that Jay does, he's been kind of tame lately, but some of the stuff you put out there is funny as hell. Me and my wife would sit there and laugh our asses off. So
I did release my one video, Wiping Dirty. So
you're right.
I don't know if you caught that.
I did. I did. It was funny as hell too.
I've got another one I want to do too. I was just talking to the wife about this. You remember the song Glycerine by Bush?
Yes.
I want to do that as Quarantine. And I
totally
want to do that. I want to remake that song. I really do.
So we've got an avid watcher in here that is another dude that is funny as hell. And today he posted something, and I couldn't stop laughing and couldn't stop. And it's Neil from Dent Destroyer from Ireland, and the shit that he does too is funny as hell. So he's gonna be a future guest, but I want you guys to hear this, and it is just funny. Listen to that. I mean, this guy. If you haven't followed him, you need to get on there and follow him because he is just. And he just does it good. He is on. Neil, if dents don't ever work out for you, I think you should go be like a rave DJ.
Beatboxing.
Oh my gosh, you know. So have you completely paused your paintless dent repair life? What's going on?
No, I'm still pushing dents. That's the great thing about it. I love, you know, our industry. I love doing what I do. It's honestly felt like for the last, you know, 10, 11 years that I haven't had a job.
Yeah.
You know, it's the great thing about it is, you know, you can work when you want, how much you want. Just depends on how you want to live and how much you want to make. So there's not a whole lot of pressure behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna do that. Even if the music blows up like huge level, I'll still do it. You know, because it's just fun to me, and that's kind of like what I was. I think I mentioned to you before. My whole goal with this is to turn my hobby, which is music, into my career, and my career, which is PDR, into my hobby. So I'm just basically taking the two phases and just kind of shifting the balance on it.
Yeah.
Is all. So
Which is cool. You know, I mean, hey, you know, the good thing on my end as an outsider, um, watching you, because you've been doing band stuff in bars and clubs, and
mm-hmm.
you know, somebody's always got you on Facebook Live or whatever, filming it. You know, so it's nice to see a hometown guy just kind of figuring it out. You know, to getting your chance of and letting you do what you're passionate in. You know.
Well, and that's again the great thing about our industry is if you have something that you truly have a passion for, whether it be music or you know building cars or bikes or model planes or just doing some sort of design of some sort, this is one of those type of careers where you have the free time to do that. You can
Yeah.
always make time for it. If I was working a, you know, I don't think there's such thing as a 9 to 5 job anymore. It's like a 7 to 6 job anymore. But if I was working something like that, I mean, I wouldn't have time to, my creative side of my brain, I feel like would just start to shut down because
Yeah. Totally.
I would be occupied with a day to day routine, and that's not me. I'm way too ADD to work like a straight job that's the same every day and super repetitive.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like
no,
I tell my
that's
wife all the time. I say, you just don't understand our business. You don't understand it. You know, she's worked for the army. She's worked for the government in the medical field. You just don't understand it.
yeah.
It's a unique, our group of industry is so unique. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
so different. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of bullshit too, but there's a lot of passion in our
Mm-hmm.
industry. And that's in any industry that's out there.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at, I'm not really, my lifestyle and career doesn't really change that much. Um, I'm using a talent to as a source of income, and in rock and roll, you've got a lot of people that do it for the money, the drugs, and the hookers. Dent world, you there's a lot of guys that'll do it for the money, the drugs, and the hookers. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that person, thank God. Um,
Are you sure?
I'm
Are
a
you
beer
sure?
drinker. I am definitely sure. Yeah, I don't think there's a drug that could put anyone at my level. I got
Very
that
true.
natural high that just sticks with me. So
Very true. Very
I'll,
true.
I'll I'll pee in a cup any day for you. I mean, even I'm just throwing the offer out there for you. If you ever,
So the new challenge tonight, I'm challenging everybody tonight. We're gonna have to do a pee challenge at the next MTE with Mr. Gearhart. Gonna have to pee in a cup.
I will pee in a cup.
Look
I
at
will
that.
gladly pee in a cup.
So you've kind of paused your dent thing. You're kind of doing a little bit here, a little bit there, just to try to get your music career going, correct?
Yes.
What is your expectations? What is your end goal? Are you planning on doing both kind of leisurely, kind of get your music career going and then leisurely just do some dents when you want to? Or what is your end goal on this whole thing?
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly it. Is to not ever have to rely on pushing a dent again, and to continue to put out new music. Um, we've got this EP out that just dropped, and already we're brainstorming what to do next.
Now, do they
So
live by you?
the guys all live probably about an hour and a half away from me. So hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic. Right now, everyone around here seems to drive extremely slow. Like they act like the virus is going to pull out in front of them, like they're going to run into it. Like me, I'm taking advantage of it. I'm like, they're not going to pull me over because they don't want me to cough on them. So I
Yeah.
just like speed everywhere. So, but you know, it's they're about an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and you know, it's. But luckily, the studio where we record at, our producer is about 4 miles away from my house.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
If he needs me to come in and redo something or do this or that, it's like that. I can be there. So
Well, that's cool. You know, I hate to see a good dent guy go away. Look at this. Is he cutting his nose hairs? He is cutting his nose hairs. At least we're keeping it real tonight. Were they just itching you a little bit or what?
I just want to make sure that you can hear it too. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
And if you guys don't know Jay, go
I
follow
feel
him.
better now.
Because this dude, this is nothing. He's being very calm. We had to go over.
I'm trying to be nice right now.
We had to go over he said, what can I not do? You know,
Yeah, pretty much.
what can
Yeah.
so a lot of guys are in this. We're all in this.
Yeah.
How are you handling COVID-19?
I mean, I'm fine right now. I had, money tucked away from, last season and stuff, and we're kind of, staying alive with that, watching, not spending a crap ton on whatever. It's not like you can spend money on anything anyway, right?
Exactly. You know, my wife said that today. My wife said, you know, it's kind of weird. Like what? She goes, we haven't spent $1. And I'm like, yes, you have. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, I got like 60 boxes of black rubber gloves that got delivered this week. We're spending money on stupid shit that we're going to need. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's just different. I think, she's like, I miss going to Target and walking around with a coffee. And I was like, I just miss pushing dents. Like, I just want to go to work. Just let me go to work.
Yep.
So, I really believe this whole thing is going to change all of us.
Yeah.
In one way or the other, it's going to change all of us. It's going to change our day to day. I think this year at least is going to totally be different with people wiping cars down. And I had a conference call today with travelers because we did get a little bit of hail here. And
how's the family?
they're doing good. They're doing good. It's struggling times. Like I said to you before, I said the best thing out of this, if I'm going to take 100% positive out of this whole situation, I learned 2 things. I learned I'm never going to retire and sit at home. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
The second thing is I wasn't spending enough time with my kid. You know what I mean? Like spending time, like sitting out here. Today it was raining, but the other day I was sitting out front and she's riding her bike back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And just the family time, My wife's busy because she's working through all this stuff. But it's going to change my everyday. My thought process is going to change. And I think it's going to change America. I think there's going to be a lot of different approaches. I think business is going to change. I don't know how people going to spend money on dents? Are they going to save their money? Because it's still that unknown. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's that unknown area. And we got hit with some hail, and I have to make some serious decisions. It's
Yep.
But that's what business is. I've been saying this the whole time. We've had 2 shows about the COVID-19, and it's mainly about shifting, kind of like you are with your music. You were a dent guy, and Manny's asking, were you mainly hail or retail? What was your...
I started out setting myself up around the area doing retail. And then the last probably 5 years, I've chased hail. And I just kind of, I dropped all my dealerships. I was like, I really don't want to, you know,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to play that game anymore. So I was like, what's the alternative? Because even retail wasn't, wasn't 5 years ago. Retail wasn't huge like it is at this point today.
Oh no,
Um,
it's totally different.
yeah, it was you either chased hail or you would do door dings, and
Yeah.
so that's like I said, probably the last 5 years I was straight up chasing. This year I had no plans on chasing at all, or any time in the future. It's just, to me, I'd rather be home, work on music, and just reestablish myself in the area as retail. Luckily, we were enough to get some the other day too. And there was a body man that worked at one of the shops I service locally. We didn't get anything local, but there was a farming community that had gotten some hail, and he called me up today, and apparently he started his own body shop in his hometown, which was the little farming town that got hit. So his dad used to have a shop there back in the 60s and stuff like that. So everybody knows his family already. And yeah, he was telling me that there were four guys that already come in there from Texas and Indiana and Ohio and all this stuff. And he was like, nope, I already got a guy, so it's, that'll be perfect. And I'll be able to just kind of hang out at home and knock out, dude, if I'm doing 2 or 3 hail cars a week,
Who cares?
that's more than enough for me to,
Lunch money.
yeah, that's better than going on the road and having all the overhead expense and everything.
Yeah, totally. It's a weird time. I see a lot of the hail guys are out there, and you have guys like me and Mike from Heavenly Hail, and we've kind of shut it all down and just try to curve this whole thing. And the weird part with this virus is it's not as heavy in different spots. Like in your area, it isn't as heavy as it is here.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, it's heavier, or Arizona, it's not so bad. So,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It's funny. I keep catching myself. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing right now.
Cutting your nose hairs?
No. I just burned a couple there. But, the last of them. No. So when I've been taking a drag off a cigarette, I've noticed this. I go like this, and I go like this. And you know why I'm turning my head? It's so I don't blow it in your face. And I don't know why. I'm just, I'm like, you can't smell it. Why? I'm just gonna start blowing it at you. I don't know. I told you I'm ADD, dude. And now I'm thinking of that. What were we talking about?
Oh my gosh, this guy. So, it's, you did, how was MT? I haven't, we haven't really, what's it called? Really had real long conversations. How did MT go for you? You were working with Mr. James Lee.
Yes, James is like seriously like a brother. One of my best friends right there. Awesome dude. Staple in the community. Everybody knows he's #1 in customer service, all that stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just an awesome dude all around. Always puts others before himself. But yeah, so he actually flew me down last minute to come hang out at his booth and help out and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So came down, and that's why, I didn't have any plans on going to MTE, but happened to be able to make everything work out last minute, made it down there. And, I tell you what, it was completely different from other years with
100%.
With the music stuff coming out and all that. That was the hardest thing about the music stuff, was holding the secret for that long, because You know, I had to keep it a secret for, it was like 7 months before I could say anything, which the only time I could say anything was January 1st when the song dropped and video dropped. So it was definitely a different feel there. It was really cool to see everyone coming up and showing the support. And
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that, you know, everybody's so supportive in the community of what I'm doing music wise, and I'm glad they love it, which is, you know, what pretty much everyone was telling me. And I feel like the style of music that our band is like right up every dent guy's alley when they're pushing dents. You know, that like just that rock and just get you going and just push through, you know, that panel with 1,000 dents that you're doing wholesale for $250. So, you know, it's just, it was just cool. You know, MTE, it was short, but it was cool.
I know. We were at the bar. I walked down and Trey's like, Jay Gearhart's looking for you. And I was like, his ass isn't even here. What are you talking about?
Yep.
You
It was cool, man. Yeah, it was so fun. The only negative thing I took away from MTE was catching the coronavirus, because I swear to God that is what I swear, man. You can't deny it, man.
Hey,
like,
but
for
nobody
everyone to get
died.
spread like that.
Nobody
No,
died.
well, yeah, true. But I mean, that
So-
was. But we're all a bunch of healthy guys. I mean, come on.
Are you serious?
We all eat healthy.
You see this thing?
We don't smoke. We don't drink.
Oh my! Listen to your voice. My wife's like, has he been smoking cigarettes since he was 4?
No, that's how you got to get the rock and roll voice, man.
That's man-made.
Yeah. You got to have that gravel in there somewhere.
I'm gonna call James Lee. Let me see if I can get him on here.
Yeah. See if he'll answer.
See if we can make it happen. See if we can get him on.
Derek Yost just sent me a message and said, do something stupid.
I mean, you did just cut your nose hairs.
Yeah. Hopefully he was tuned in for that, right?
James is just sleeping on the couch with his feet up.
Thank you for calling the Limited Tool.
Poor James Lee. He did get super sick, though. This guy's cutting his nails. Is this like the daily spa of Jay Gearhart?
You know,
Did you come together with this whole prop array set up? You were ready to go.
there's a lot of stuff I've been meaning to get done that I haven't lately because I've actually been kind of lazy and quarantining. So I was like, you know what? Now that I'm just sitting here, not doing anything, I'm just playing, dude.
Hey,
I'm playing.
Hey, but MTE, by next time I see you at MTE,
Uh-huh.
my hair is going to be just as long.
Do it, man. Grow it
Yes.
out.
I'm actually trying to do the Tiger King mullet. I'm working on it.
Yes.
See, the only problem I got is I'm going to have to start cutting slits in my hat because it's starting to get a little tight and squeeze my brain.
Yeah, you just got to get the next size up is all.
Well,
See,
I'm in a large, extra large. They don't make a 3XL hat.
I feel like there's one size bigger. Maybe not. You know what? I bet you Mr. Craig Dyer could hook you up though.
You're right. You're right.
He's got connections, man.
He does. They'll sew that extra patch right in the side for me. It'll be great.
That's right.
It'll be great.
Right.
So I've got another guy I want to call, and I'm checking in on him. I kind of called him out last week, and was a little worried about him. He see if I can pull him up here.
Yes, if I win a Grammy, I will totally give the PDR community a shout out.
We're gonna get stumped tonight.
I know. Right?
Hey,
Look at this.
Ryan, what's up, man?
What are you doing?
Man, so apparently the person that you interviewed on your last show was Keith.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know that he went by AK.
Keith is the first PDR community guy. Well, I don't know the first, but he is a surviving coronavirus guy.
Yep.
So this is Mike from Heavenly Hail. I don't know.
No, we're over here drinking beers in my house right now.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, so let me tell you the story. So we had Keith on a couple episodes because he had corona and he's trying to work through it. He gets healthy. He's feeling good. And he says, you know what? I'm going to drive my motorcycle across the country from East Coast to West Coast. I'm like, that is totally a Dent guy move.
Yes. Yes. Oh, man.
And then fuck this coronavirus.
So, Mike, I see you've been stepping your game back on your Instagram stories. I'm very proud of you.
Oh yeah, I'm here to kick pussies in and take names.
Oh my gosh, parental control is over on this show.
You what? You what?
So,
Disclaimer, you are live on air right now.
Oh, wow. I'm live. I didn't know you had me live.
Hey, I told you. Hey, we're keeping it real.
Yeah.
So
Come on this way.
So
Wow.
how are you handling it right now? How are you holding up? I saw you at your shop. You're doing moves. What's going on?
We're doing good. Me and Keith Miracle are out here drinking beers outside of my house.
I did not know we were live.
I apologize. I did not realize we were live.
James Brown just said LOL, and I read it as
I'm just checking in on you, Mike. I wanted to get you on and tell everybody that you stepped your game up from last week. So I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I gotta stay positive, man. Especially after we got off the feed, I had multiple people reach out to me and tell me that they've been missing my Instagram stories and all my funny commentary and whatever. So I didn't think I made that much of a difference, but if I can make people's health chase or dent repairs a little easier throughout the day, I'll that's what I'm here for.
Well, I'm proud of you, brother. It's a positive thing, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the advice and putting it down.
Ryan, I freaking love you.
I love you too.
Hey, hey, man. I swear, I've met so many people through you. It's crazy.
Will you guys go back to drinking Coors Light?
Okay.
Me and Mr.
Oh no, you don't have to. You don't have to tell us what to do. We're gonna do that anyway.
Me and Mr. Jay Gearhart are going to take a nice long cruise.
yeah.
Oh my God, Jay's on your show. How come we can't hear him?
You're not even watching the show. That is so
No,
terrible.
we can't hear. No, dude. I'm gonna watch the show. We are drinking beer and
I'm
enjoying the
here.
Texas Amarillo sunset. I'm sorry. No, we're not watching the show.
Hey, Mike,
Jay.
I'm just here right now trying to steer the show back on course.
All right, guys. You guys have you guys have a nice kiss on the sunset. Keith, be careful. I love you guys.
Brother.
See ya.
I love you too, man.
Look at these guys. Holy schmauzers.
Oh,
What are we
man.
going to do after that? What are we going to do?
I was just trying to steer us back on course.
Oh, my gosh. We were way off course on that one.
Hey, you know who could bring us back on course? I bet
Who's that?
you'd answer his phone too.
Who's that?
Ray.
Ray Sapno?
Yes.
Oh,
Try
he may be a
Try
little
it.
busy.
See if he answers.
Let's
Let's
see.
see-
We're going to
let's
get
see
Mr.
if he answers.
Sapno in.
Oh, shit.
You were live on the Dent Digest show. What's going on, Ray?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is it that time already? Jay's on tonight, right?
He is. He's sitting right here.
Hi, Ray.
Hey.
He's been steering us back onto the show because we had an interesting phone call about 15 minutes ago. So
That's why Ryan started with, "Hey, Ray, you're live on air."
Oh, just to make sure.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
how's things over there? I know you just opened up your shop. You were on the show a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
you got a little bit of hail, I see. Is it in your
Well,
area or what?
No, it was probably about an hour and a half northwest of me. And then there was another area that was a little over an hour north of me. So, I mean, it was not super close to me at all, but I don't know. I doubt I'll see any come through my shop, but we're doing all right. I mean, got a couple cars scheduled this week. I mean, it's slowed down since the last time I talked to you. But it's all right. We're good, you know. How are things out there?
I don't know. The grass is growing really fast.
Kind of like everyone's hair.
You can
You know
still
what?
use a lawnmower.
It
It's
is.
okay to do that.
I don't even cut my own grass here.
No.
I don't even own a lawnmower.
Go out with scissors. It'll pass the time.
Oh my gosh. If I could do scissors, I would cut this tiger story hair I got going on here.
That's why you practice
thought-
on the lawn.
I thought we were all doing Corona mullet.
We are. I gotta let it grow. My wife was like, that's gonna look terrible if you just shave the sides of that. You gotta let it get a little longer, like Jay Gearhart's hair, all nappy
know.
and shit.
Mm.
It-
I took
I
a
hope we
shower.
all look terrible. We've got to all do mullets and just keep it for like a day or two.
I'll keep it till MTE. What are you talking about?
MTE Vegas, just a bunch of dudes rolling in with mullets.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Casper's gonna sit back and say, dude, I told you it was coming back.
Yeah.
Give me a buzz. I need 100 buzz buttons for me and all my mullet
Oh
buddies.
my gosh. And we talked about this last week. We talked about the buzz, or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the buzz button, and man, that is it's a life changer.
It is.
It is. It's almost like a rite of passage, I think, now. Now, anytime I take anybody or I'm in Vegas with anybody, it's got to happen now.
Jesse is asking, how's the family?
Family's good. I love that. You know what's funny is when that happened, I was at a buddy's house and I left my phone at home just on accident. And I had no idea. So when I got home hours later, I look at my phone. There's like 20 messages, 10 missed calls. And I'm like, what? And I look and you get all the how's the family text. And I'm like, holy shit, it must have hailed.
Exactly. It's been it hailed here 2 nights ago, so I've got to make real business decisions.
I don't think you had one text from me that night either.
No, nope. You didn't.
Because I
You
know
didn't
not
call.
to bother you.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, if he wants me to come, he'll call me. So
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Yeah, you guys got it up there too.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, Ray is such a cool dude. You know how while he was talking, I was showing the precision PDR pen.
Actually, he's eating a bag of chips.
Well,
Oh, nice.
check this out.
What you got? Oh, I can't see.
See, I don't even get pens from Ray.
I have a whole fucking bag of pens from Ray. That's how cool I am.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to be watching. Let's see
Well, look,
what's
brother,
going on.
I appreciate you coming on. We wanted to get it back on track because we had a little side run here.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and see what happens.
It's real. It's definitely real, and YouTube has definitely flagged this one.
Oh, really? Nice.
So
my pants are still on. So
it's early. It's early. We still got a little bit of time.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yosti was like, man, you got to do something crazy. Oh, we're gonna do something crazy. I mean, he's already trimmed his nose hair and cut his fingernails. The next is the toenails, so I can just imagine how this show is gonna go.
You just reminded me they actually need to be done, so it might happen.
You
at
know,
some point.
they get the nice hard snap too. So
Nice.
Welcome to Jay's personal grooming hour. Just wait until I pull out the clippers.
oh Jesus. Ray, stay safe, corona free,
Love you, Ray.
Yeah, buddy.
Ray.
and I'll see you
Love you
later.
guys.
All right, buddy. Later.
Oh,
What a great guy.
yes, I love Ray, dude. He's one of those people in the industry that you won't hear anyone say anything bad about.
So I've got a funny story about Ray that you probably didn't hear.
Oh, please do tell.
So we have a local tech here. He works for a competitor, and he was wearing one of my shirts because he loves to just piss off his boss. So he's at MTE, young kid. He's only been there 2 years or whatever, and he's hanging out in the bar, and I'm over talking to someone else, and Clifton runs up and gives him the biggest bear hug in the world. Okay, the biggest guy in the industry runs up and just gives you the biggest bear, and Ryan is like, "What are you doing?" Getting all offensive, right? And he's getting offensive with the biggest teddy bear in the industry at that,
Right.
And he is just like, ah, and he looks at him. He says, "My buddy over there says you have the sweetest skinny jeans he's ever seen." And he pointed to Ray, and Ryan came over and got at his face. And I'm splitting them up, and I'm like, "Dude, what is going on?" And Ray's like, "I don't even know you. I don't even know you." Everybody's been drinking for 5 hours. But it was just one of those situations to where Clifton's like, "Oh, my God, I thought he was one of your guys. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal." So the whole time I always tease Ray, and I'm like, "I don't even know you."
Oh, shit. That's great. Dude, Clifton is, oh, my God. Every time I see him, we will be across the room from each other at MT or Anson Open up, wherever. We'll just lock eyes, and then we'll just walk right over to each other and just hug each other. No words needed. It's he's
just one of those. And he walked up to me. It was the first time I met him, Anson Open House. And he puts his arm around me. He's like, "What's up, Ryan?" And I was like, who the hell is this guy? What did I do? And we talked for like 3 hours, and he's just, I don't know, a unique dude.
Yeah.
And
you know what? He'll help anyone out too. Like I had called him before when I was possibly going to tackle a dealer gig. And he was the first person I thought of, and I called him up. I'm like, "Hey man, I've never tried to like do something like this myself. Like, what's your advice on it?" And he sat there and just told me how he would approach it, how he would do this, how he, and totally like gave me the confidence to do this and everything. And then I found out that it was a guy I knew that had already bid on it. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go try to undercut him." So, yeah, he's just a great guy. So.
I'll tell you one thing I am missing. I am missing the Anson Open House. And it's not because I'm just wearing their shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that event.
It's the family feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good time to – and the dude, Dyer, dude, he throws a badass party afterwards.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, dude, it's a
catered
blast.
food. I mean, the best barbecue you'll have.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They know hospitality. That is for sure. Love them. Love the Anson family. Love being a part of that family. I'll continue to support them. I would tell everyone out there, even if, I know things are tight. I know not everybody's working right now, but even if you need a couple new knockdown tips, a knockdown, a couple packages of glue, if everyone out there would just place an order with them, even if it's just something small, we're helping give back to them after all they've given to the community. So if I was to start a movement right now, it would be everybody go and just buy something. It doesn't have to be expensive, but buy something so they know and they can, well, they already know we all love them, but let's show that to them and let's start that movement where we all order some glue or order some, something like that. Yes.
This is a full challenge show. That's what I should have called it.
Yeah.
The challenge show.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's where we are in this world right now. Now in this world, as shitty as things are going for all of us, I don't give a shit if you're a hail guy and your area just got killed with hail, it's still a shitty situation. Okay.
Yep.
And what we're all
Absolutely.
trying to do is bring the positive out of it.
Yeah.
Trying
absolutely.
to help everybody else. None of us know what tomorrow is going to be like. Okay.
Yeah.
None of us know,
Mm-hmm.
but help the people that have helped you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, think about any time that a tech has needed something, or we were trying to raise money for a
100%.
tech's family, something like that. Who's the first company that's jumping on board donating stuff?
100%.
You know, I mean, you can spend $20 for a pizza or $40 for a takeout, so you can order, you know, $20-$40 in knockdown tips or glue or something like that, and we help them out as well. You know,
And you can tell what kind of company it is.
yeah,
You know, they're giving alcohol away because you can't get it. They're not even making any money.
yeah,
Their biggest event of the year got canceled.
yep,
And they were stocked up. You could see in the back with Christina, they had more shit on the shelves than I've ever seen any year before. And
yep.
they're giving alcohol away.
Absolutely. That's why I think it should totally be a thing where everybody, you know, dude, if 10% of the dent community was to place an order with them, no matter how small or how big, but just take a little extra money, because we all have something, you know, we can do something and place an order. It would be huge for them, and I know that they would just be blown away by the support from us, because there's no reason why we shouldn't be supporting them when they support us.
And you know what? It's those times in the industry, any of these manufacturers,
Yeah.
any of these guys, you know, I talked to Chad from Endeavor. We talk all the time, and you know, it's hard on these guys.
Yeah.
The hail season's slow blooming. Granted, it just hailed everywhere the other day.
But it's going to take time for even that income to start coming in.
Exactly.
And
And you know what else?
Because nobody knows if anybody's going to fucking fix anything.
Exactly.
or not.
Exactly.
So,
And the other problem that I have here, all the calls that we've received, the adjusters aren't on the road. They're telling them to get an estimate first and then submit it to the insurance company. Well, got a little bit of a problem with that,
yeah.
because I'm writing the estimate. How do you know they're going to get it fixed? I'm taking the photos, I'm submitting it to the insurance company, and the customer's going to get the check.
Yeah.
You know,
You know what
but
I have? Look, I have an Amish hat.
oh,
I have an
that-
Amish hat. I'm not going to be able to hear you for a minute because I got to take this off. Look at that.
you do look Amish.
That's from Amish Steve. How awesome is that hat?
Look at that. You should wear that all the time.
It's pretty rocking. I actually told him I was going to wear it on stage. So it's a handmade Amish hat that he did in the nice black, you know, because I didn't want the straw color, you know, whatever, because that's like too old manish and stuff. And like, hang on, I'm fixing my hair too, and I'll be able to hear better. Hey, look at that! I can hear now.
So we're going to challenge you on that, on the Anson purchase. You know, that's as good as his music is. At least he's got his clothes on.
Right now.
I had Woody on, and for the Black Friday, and he had a thong on, so it was a little hard.
That sounds about right.
So, you know, we even got Francisco in here from Dent Tools USA, another great guy. You know,
Francisco.
all these companies are taking hits, and you know, personally, I'm an Anson fan. Craig supports the show, and the family supports the show hugely. Sends me boxes of glue to give away all the time, and every time I talk to him, he's like, "What do you need?" And I'm like, "Nothing. You know, we're good. We're good." So all those glue packages out there that you guys have won over 50 episodes, we're almost a year. So 2 more episodes will be a year. You know, it's go and support these guys. This is when they need it. And everybody doesn't know. Believe me, I don't want to go out and spend a ton of money right now either. I don't either.
Yeah.
But $100 here or $100 there.
Yep.
It's
like I said. I mean, they got everything. Like you don't have to go buy a new hood stand or carbon fiber rod or something like that. Just, you know, everybody needs glue. You're gonna use it, you know. I mean, tips, all that stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff that's like cheaper that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, do it now.
You know,
Get to the website.
Go purchase it. You know,
Order
go
the
buy.
glue.
And they carry all the stuff. I mean, they carry so much stuff. We got damn, I got a brain fart. I can't even think what.
I got a regular fart.
Oh my God.
But
we're still missing the toenails. So that's good. We're good. No. We're not doing toenails tonight. He's got some Amish shoes on tonight.
Yeah. I got my clogs on.
So what's your projection? If you're going to project something right now when all of this quarantine is over, what is your projection? Positive or not positive? The real answer.
My projection is that it's gonna separate it's gonna separate all the players in the game, basically. The people that are going to survive are going to be the ones that are the true players that aren't going to give up. The ones that are going to taper off, I think it's going to, honestly, I think as far as the industry goes, it's going to weed out some people.
Yeah, I do too.
Which is probably needed, because if you're not willing to push through something like this to continue, then I mean, what are you even doing? Go get a job at Lowe's, you know? And no offense to anyone that works at Lowe's, but
100%.
I mean, like, go get a regular job, because this is something that if you don't continue to push, and no pun intended, but like if you don't continue to push forward with it, you're not gonna work, you know.
No.
And you're not gonna make money. You're gonna be unhappy. You're gonna, you know, end up like me and my wife just watched. I introduced her to the movie The Jerk last night with Steve Martin. You know.
Oh my gosh.
And you're gonna be up. You're gonna end up like Steve Martin, just sitting there, you know, drinking, sitting there as a bum on the side of the road. So you always got to continue to push yourself. If you don't push yourself constantly, even when things are good, continue to push yourself to make them better. Don't just hit a certain point and go, all right, cool, I reached where I wanted to be. All right, sweet. No, figure out how to push yourself farther to where you can still, if it's a money thing where you've hit that point of money and you're like, all right, I'm making the amount of money I want to. Awesome, I'm living the lifestyle I want. Now push yourself farther to make that same amount, to keep up that lifestyle and work less so you can enjoy that lifestyle more. Too many times, a lot of guys get wrapped up in, you know, in trying to get the money. And while they're doing that, they're losing years and years and years and years, you know, strung together of time. They could be with their family, they could be vacationing, they could be going on adventures, doing this, doing that, watching their kids grow up, everything. And if you continue to push yourself and continue to find that balance, you know, it's just, that's my like my, hey, I'm Jay, motivational speaker. But like, I just kind of went off on a rant there. But
it was perfect.
You know what I mean, though. Like,
perfect. No,
that's my projection.
What you're saying is
it's going to weed out the
yes.
You know,
it's in this one thing about the one thing I'm going to say about this business is
you caught that.
Yeah, I did. it's and I hate to say it's going to weed out the weak.
Yeah.
But what it's going to weed out is this business, and there's a bunch of guys in here watching. This business is not about always making the most money. We all want to make money, okay? We all want to make money. Believe me.
Yeah.
But you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's your passion. We do this. Believe me, this job is not easy. I don't give a shit who says it.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not an easy job.
No, not
It's
at all.
very trying. It's very tough to push through and deal with the it's hard to deal with the ups and downs. And that's one thing about our business is it's like this. I don't care if you're a hail guy, if you're a route guy, if you're a body shop guy like me, it's always like this. It's very difficult to project. Okay. So, you know, it's going to weed out those guys that just want the money.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
And
Quality repairs and reputation
yes,
will stand through any sort of catastrophe that happens.
yes,
You know, and that's why this thing to anyone out there who is proud of their work and their quality they put out, and they're proud of their reputation and their relationship within the dent community, with people, with vendors, tool makers, all that stuff. Those are the people that should have nothing to worry about with this, because you are the type of people that are going to be remembered when things get good, whether it comes to clients, other techs that want to call you, whatever it is. You know, those people have nothing to worry about.
yeah. And it's perfect. I'm a perfect example of what's going on right now. I put my whole business on hold. I just hired a new guy. I put it on hold. And my competition is still out there, still working every day.
Yeah.
I did it because it's the right thing. You know, but at the end of the day, my competition isn't me. I'm going to go out. I'm going to knock on doors. I'm going to get my shit back. I'm not worried about it one bit. I told you before the show, I'm ready. I'm excited, actually. You know what I mean? This was kind of a good reboot. And that's what I look at all of this. You guys that are working a little bit here and a little bit there. I know like Vidine was the other show I had him on. He was talking about working in the garage. Get that shit done that you can't get done on the daily, because when we finally do get through this whole thing, you're not going to have that time. Okay. And we don't know what this market's going to do. We don't know if this market's going to be people spending money, people sitting on money. I've got a feeling we're going to get a little bit of a bump when this whole quarantine thing is over. Yeah. We're going to get a little bit of a bump, but I think it's going to come back down because nobody's really sure what the market's going to do. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with trying to figure it out. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm figuring out. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of stuff on media, on the show, stuff that I'm implementing and
nutrition.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fat. So you know, I mean, we started the show with me chugging a beer, and we got, you know, this one's totally out of the parental control show, so we're good. But, you know, it's I say this every show, and you guys can go back, and there's so much passion and good people in this industry. I mean, Derek, he said Derek Yost texted him, and he's watching, and that dude has more passion for this industry than I think anybody I've really seen.
Oh yeah,
on the backside, and he is a backside guy. He is a guy that does stuff.
Me, I know that.
And Jesus, he is a guy that doesn't want all the fame and the hey, you know, Yost did this or Yost did that. He's a guy that does a lot of these events and doesn't get the recognition. Yeah. He doesn't care. He does it because he loves it. Yeah, that's what this industry is put together on. You know,
Derek is a totally legit, just awesome dude. Yeah, sucks at Xbox, but we get him on our team when we play Xbox and stuff, and he's our bullet absorber. So yeah, it's no, I love that dude though.
Yeah.
He's, you know, great dude, and you know, Band Plug. That's our new EP. State
this
of Mind,
guy.
Seeing Red.
Oh man, we just got it copyrighted on YouTube.
That's all right. We own the copyright to it, so
yeah, we don't care.
You won't get flagged.
So I'm excited for all of this to be over. You know, it's sad to see what's going on, and the good thing is, I can sit back, and I don't want to get political, but they are definitely trying to help the small business owners. I applied for the PPP loan because I'm still paying my guys, and
Yeah.
so make sure you guys look into that stuff if you do have employees.
Absolutely. Honestly, even if you're your own employee and you pay
Yes.
yourself, I applied for it as well because I'm used to a certain income, and with things dropping off, they had this, and as long as you do, is 75% of that loan, that 1% loan, as long as 70% of or 75% of that is used on payroll, i.e. to pay yourself or pay employees, then it's forgiven.
Yeah.
The loan is forgiven. It turns into a grant, basically. So, yeah, definitely, if you guys are sole proprietor, or not sole proprietor, it doesn't work for that. S Corp, LLC, incorporated, whatever, definitely look into it. As long as I'm pretty sure as long as you've got an EIN,
yes,
then you're good. You're
yes.
good for that.
And it's not real.
If there's anything you want to say that you don't need me to hear, I'm going to walk over and grab another beer.
You should go do that.
I'm going to do that.
Don't trip and fall.
So go ahead and talk some shit, all that stuff. You say I got a nice butt when I'm walking away. If you want.
This guy, put that Amish hat on. So to fill that stuff out, it is all over online. Super easy to do. There is a little bit of paperwork that you have to do, but apply for that stuff. That's why it's there. That's why they're applying those things for the small business, just like we are. That's what we are. We're small businesses trying to make it along. We all can't be like Mr. Jay Gearhart, the next rock star.
You all could be. It just takes practice, time, and dedication.
Have you ever heard me sing? Oh,
let's hear it.
No way.
Let's hear it. Yeah, let's hear it.
No way.
Come on.
No singing in this heart.
Come on, sing it.
I'm a dent guy.
Come on, I'm giving you a beat. It's not really a beat. I'm just snapping my finger. And
That's all we got? Oh, my gosh.
It's not good. Come on. Give me something.
So what do you have to give to these guys to make them feel good for tonight? Let me get some inspirational, motivational speaker.
Oh, man.
And by the way, guys, this is Jay Gearhart's garage. This is what kind of shit he does.
Yeah,
he's the rock star.
I will show you. All right, so.
No, we're getting a tour. We are getting the tour.
This is my garage. So
look at that toilet. Look how clean that toilet looks.
I got a bathroom in here. So that's where the door was to the garage. I've got signed drum head from Chad Smith of the Chili Peppers, that Shine down there, the guys in Kellen Heller, Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, Winery Dogs. You got that's my quarantine mask for when shit goes south.
I'm glad the mouth and the nose is
that
open.
That one there. That's a good one there. So yeah, I got back there behind me, got the dual TVs with dual Xboxes, the fireplace glowing, all that stuff, and yeah, and then the house is way up there because it's at the back of the property. There's my truck with the I Love Hail license plate and all that stuff. So there's a quick tour of my place here. My man cave / studio thing.
I am gonna let another dent guy sing for me though.
Ooh.
Okay, hang on.
All right.
See if I can make this work.
Right. All right, lads, just stuck in the house going fucking bananas here, so I'm gonna just try this little song.
And he's killing it.
Well, I can't stand the rain. It's my window pane. Bring back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain. It's my window pane.
Look at that. That's Mr. Neil.
Yeah.
He is just doing it tonight. He's making the beats. Mr. Neil's going to be on a future show, so it should be pretty interesting.
Beautiful.
So, scary times, guys. Just keep your chin up. The cool thing is we've been kind of little happy houring it here and there and reaching out. And, it's been nice to try to keep everybody's brain off of exactly what's going on. Stay safe, and like I said, we got a couple challenges in here. I'm going to mention them again. I challenge you guys, go to your local food restaurant, carry out, have them deliver pizzas or salads or subs to your first responders at the hospital. They could really use it. And you know what it does? I did it last week. It just gives them a smile on their face to know that they're not there doing what they do all by themselves.
And unnoticed.
Exactly. The second thing is, give these tool manufacturers, show them that you're out there supporting them. We were directing a lot of it to Anson just because, we do a lot with Anson and it's a family.
Well, Craig's my biological father too.
Oh, word. You guys do kind of look the same.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You got them long fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you know what? It's just, it's a family. You know what I mean? It's a group of people that just care. It's not always about what's going on. So we challenge you to go out, get those burps on.
Beer, man. It's the beer. I got the beer burps. I haven't been drinking a whole lot lately.
I can't tell.
I've been just chilling. That's what I was saying. I don't have a whole lot of beer here left. So because I didn't.
What are you gonna do?
Stock up beforehand.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna run out of beer when they shut everything down.
I got a 30-pack. That'll last me long enough. So.
And if you guys are bored tomorrow, Kiko is having their glue pulling live seminar midday. So make sure you keep your eye out for hearing Mr. Gene Fetty, Gene Easy, doing his thing. There was a lot of people that went on last week. We talked about it last week, and there was like 230 some people on there. So it was a good turnout for them. But look at that. Jay's a cheap date. Pizza and beer is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Yost, do you get to clip his toenails?
He does. He chews them off.
Word.
He's got a toenail fetish. He likes to.
Wow.
You know how some people bite their nails?
Yeah.
He likes biting my toenails.
He just nibbles.
He does it so cute too. He looks like.
Oh my God.
Let's just picture Derek's face and my foot, just right there. Picture this as my. Foot.
I'm not picturing anything. I can barely deal with this. But like I said,
hey, driving makes me happy. I have fun. That's why I was driving here tonight.
Oh my gosh, this
driving
dude.
in the right direction, right?
This dude. We are driving it, aren't you? You're driving it.
I just like that James Brown is watching.
He is. He is. And you know what's sad? Okay, James Brown is actually one of my guys, and he was on the show a couple weeks ago, right? And he got laid off this week.
Oh.
So no, you know what? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Collecting that fun employment.
We're gonna just push his part in his team here a little faster. That's all. So
There you go.
look at that. Mr. Yost says they taste good. Tastes like a cheesesteak. So, like I said, we're going to challenge you. Go out there, get to those first responders and nurses, get to your tool manufacturer, Anson, Dentals USA, one of these bigger companies, and just show a little love, a tip,
Absolutely.
a glue. Glue's not going to expire. You can't go wrong. And I know everybody's money's tight. Believe me, I don't want to be spending money either, but it's the right thing to do.
Send Craig Dyer a message and tell him that Jay wanted you to call and to just ask him just to give you just a tip, and he will. It'll cost you, but he will, because I know he's a stand-up guy like that. So if you need a new knockdown tip,
That's it.
call
Just the
Craig.
tip.
You ask him to give you.
Or the gangrene.
Angry.
So I appreciate you coming on. It's been a fun and real and different type of show. And that's what I wanted, was some lightness and some fun. And I mean, I wasn't expecting Mr. Heavenly Hale to let us know how real life is in Texas, but it's okay.
The they're still having fun in Texas. That's for sure.
That's it. You know,
They
taking,
quarantine big there.
taking kisses on the sunset in Amarillo.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a lot of fun, and
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. You got one of our songs on there you can take us out with, or what?
I don't. But if
Oh.
you've got it, you can put it up to the mic, and we're gonna let it go.
Let's see if we got something here. I'll play you guys one of our originals here. Let's see.
I appreciate you guys watching, having a little fun tonight. We're gonna have another couple interesting shows, just keeping it light. You know, the first couple shows here, COVID-19 and talking about Keith, and it just was a lot of information and a lot of stuff, and I wanted to keep it light and upbeat. So you guys, thanks for watching. Keep it real. I can't go too long because last week just killed me, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And remember, guys, keep it real. You got music ready?
Yeah, I do.
Let it blast.
All right, this is Seeing Red off of our new EP titled Seeing Red.
See you guys.